such a big club. They are going to spend money. They will go again in the summer in the transfer window, in my opinion. And I think, as Stevie says, I mean, he would go into Man United and completely enhance their team. From a Chelsea perspective, if they are going to lose Eden Hazard at some point, potentially to Real Madrid, then that would kind of soften that blow if they were to lose a player of that ilk. But let's not forget as well, Sanchez is 29. So it's not exactly a long-term plan. But then Chelsea don't really think long-term in terms of their transfer strategy.
Given what we saw from Manchester City at the weekend, is it a mistake playing hardball with Alexis Sanchez? Do they not need him if they're going to solidify this great campaign? Talk of obviously the quadruple.
No, I don't think so. Listen, let's just calm down. They've lost one game. They do need somebody that, but you got to look at Pep Guardiola. You know, he's pulled Delph from nowhere and turned him into a left back. I'm sure he'll make some sort of move with the players he has, and they'll still be excellent. So I don't have a problem.
You got Bernardo Silva, you got Sané, you got Sterling, you got David Silva, you got De Bruyne, you got all these players. If he wanted to play with that false number 9 or whatever you want to call it, if Jesus' injury doesn't heal as quickly and Aguero gets injured, there are options there that they can still play a very attacking style. His concern about getting people in is still where he's been looking for months and months, and that is the centre-half position.
It's like Alexis Sanchez is up for grabs. Everyone wants him, and why not? Except for Chelsea, Craig. And I think some of the Chelsea fans want to pick your brain and weigh the pros and cons as to why you think Chelsea are not after this man.
I'm sure they don't.
We love Craig's opinion.
At the end of the day, you know, there is no cast iron guarantee that Chelsea are not trying to do some sort of deal. I mean, the two Manchester clubs are reported to be doing it. Liverpool, hat was in the ring about a sneaky little bid and tried to entice him. And his name's been mentioned with Chelsea before. I read Mark Ogden, our colleagues, some of his column on it, and the whys and the whys not. His age, 29, could be an issue. The transfer fee, no.
Not typical for Chelsea, huh?
Well, no, but what is typical for Chelsea at the moment? They get a manager in, they sack him. They get players in, they leave. There's a big turnaround and involvement of personnel at Chelsea. You know, the Conte situation might be an issue. The fact Michael Emenalo left as well, who was operating some of the transfers behind the scenes, he's left as well. Who's filling that void at the moment? You know, the wages, I read Mark said, might be an issue. The other side of the coin is, if Sanchez, you know, if Chelsea were looking to offset the loss of Eden Hazard, and he was to go to Real Madrid at some point, and it would probably be the summer if that was the case, and that's been muted, then Sanchez somewhat offsets that. You've got Willian there, you've got Pedro there. So that would kind of offset that for a couple of years, not obviously over the long term because he's an older player. So I don't know. The whole thing at Chelsea's kind of strange at the moment because, one, they're not playing well. Two, they've lost the people that I mentioned. Three, the manager never looks particularly happy, even though he's had success. And I think that's always a difficult one for a player when you're looking at the reasons to go to a club, out with the money. And I think the lack of anything that's settled at Chelsea at the moment might be one of the reasons why Sanchez's camp might even have said to Chelsea, look, we're not interested.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. So that I think he's got his heart set on going to Manchester, one of the two big clubs up there. That's what it looks like to me.
There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding Chelsea right now. One thing that is for certain is that Craig is in his Chelsea blues and he's looking quite fancy. We'll see if Alexis Sanchez decides to wear some Chelsea blue as well, or if he'll stick with the Manchester club.
Didn't like the first half. I only liked 2 amazing goals. But I think we were confident and organized, but a bit slow. And I think I had tried to bring a positive team with 3 football players in midfield to try to play. Plus Shaqiri was also coming there, and they had the ball, and it was difficult for us to press them. And they had more chances than I would like them to have in the first half. We scored 2 amazing goals, and for me that was the good thing of the first half. Second half, totally different. Second half, we lost lots of chances because we accelerate the game. We recovered the ball faster. We didn't let them play. Jones and Smalling, they brought the line so up that was impossible for Peter Crouch to put a foot in the box. And in the second half, I think we played confidently and fast and aggressive, and I liked the second half.
Alexis Sanchez, how confident are you to bring him here
not confident, but also not. What's the opposite of confident? Unconfident. Thank you. Just relaxed and with the feeling that he is an Arsenal player, with the feeling that he can stay there, but also with the feeling that he can move, and if he moves, I think we have a chance. But I think most probably a player like him has other big clubs interested, and who knows? I think him, Mr. Wenger, Mr. Gazidis, I think they are the ones that know really what is going to happen. No, I don't know anything about it, and today I don't have one single information, you know. So let's see what happens.
Any questions on the game?
Sorry, Joseph, can I just ask you, is there any chance of maybe Mkhitaryan going the other way if you do manage to get Sanchez?
You know, I didn't select him today because I wanted players, you know, fully focused, and I understand that with so much talk and so much speculation, I understand that not easy for Mkhitaryan to play at home with this feeling can happen, maybe doesn't happen. So I prefer to protect him and to protect the situation. And in the end of the transfer market, if he stays here, he's a very good player. He's a very good player that this season starts very, very well and come a little bit down. But last season did amazing things for us, help us to win the Europa League, being one of the most important players. So let's see what is going to happen. It's a pity that the market closes only on the 31st. The market should close maybe tomorrow and finish with everything.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Extra time. We learned today that Craig does not like horror films. What movie did you see?
Insidious.
How was it? Did it scare you?
Well, it had horror in it for me. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's just not good.
No, I don't like. I prefer a good.
You weren't in it, were you?
Just a mirror. It's 90 minutes of a big mirror.
I just stood in front of the audience, or whatever you call them.
There you go.
Nah, it's nah.
Not your cup of tea.
I prefer a good story, not one of these horrors. I'm not frightened.
No, not bothered.
You said he gets frightened by horrors.
I couldn't watch it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I
I'm
don't
not
like
born
horror.
Even when you know it's like...
No, I just don't. What's the point?
No, I know you don't like it, but you don't get scared.
Oh, I get scared, definitely.
What, a horror movie?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God, screw up, man.
Oh, it makes you jump, surely.
No.
Oh, don't pretend.
You sat like that.
Don't give me that.
I can see it coming.
I can see it coming. Here it is. Oh, here it is.
Here it is. Into that room. Here it is. Wait for the big noise, the music.
Oh, does that make you jump?
No.
Julianne, where do you stand on horror films?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think they're quite entertaining. It was good.
Ah, it.
Oh, you saw it there?
Oh, this could get confusing.
Yeah.
You saw Insidious, and it was good.
No, I haven't yet. I haven't yet.
Don't,
Well, you just said you saw it.
Oh, dear.
Apparently
You just told us you saw it.
he said it was good.
Make your mind up.
Bleeding French, innit? It was good. Then he says it's not.
See, he heard it as well.
He was there.
Yes, yes. Are we done?
Jaws, would you call Jaws a horror movie?
No.
I was more frightened with Jaws.
I was scared of that and all, but in a different way.
Why?
A different sort
Do
of
you never go in the water?
Oh, no. Not a chance. You kidding? Not in a million years. You catch me in the water.
Are you serious?
Aye.
You wouldn't go in the sea because of Jaws?
No
Anywhere?
No chance. Me and the missus were on honeymoon, right?
Right.
Right, which was
wait for this.
1982.
Right, what happened?
Well, for some reason, we decided to get
Orcas?
this like a rowing boat thing.
Is that what, a
On the sea?
rowboat? Right, out, yeah.
You know, not a rowing boat, one of those. I had one on this side and she had one on the other at the back.
Right.
And
Like
we
canoe?
went to the old Yugoslavia.
Right.
There you go. And we got about half a mile out, and I just for a laugh started going. And I mean, it was a beautiful day. There wasn't a wave anywhere. It was
Right.
completely flat.
Okay.
And then for some reason I started going, dun 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 dun, dun. And then I ended up scaring myself. And then she started screaming because then she was scared. And then the two were doing this to try and get in, to get out the water, just in case.
Because you're worried there were sharks in the Yugoslavian water.
I swear, I was.
And the only reason you thought there was sharks there is because you went dun 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 dun.
Well, it just scared us. We started doing
And
the
that's
tune
like
for
a shark
Jaws.
call. So it was like sharks
may be.
thousands of miles away. Went. Did you hear that?
Well, that's called sonar. Sharks have got sonar.
What are you going in the water? You want scuba dive or snorkel?
No chance.
You don't know what you're missing out on.
No, you're all right. I'll survive. I'll survive
Saying
with
that, I used to scuba dive in Egypt on the Red Sea, and long time after I was doing it, there was people there actually killed by tiger sharks.
See?
So that's a shark. It's like gone to Australia and then been surprised on the Gold Coast to see a shark. But on the
Come on now.
Adriatic,
Come on, you're a master of different seas.
well, what happens is you go to the Gold Coast by the Barrier Reef and there's no sharks until somebody goes dun 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 dun.
See? See, that might have been what happened that day with that guy.
Anyway.
Ryan Giggs has been given the job as Wales manager. Isn't it more suitable for a manager to cut his teeth at club level first? Chance of it becoming commonplace.
No, I tell you, not always. There's a few, and somebody needs to help me out here. But other people have done it before.
Michael O'Neill, where was he before? Had he done much?
Yeah, he had. He
Criminal
managed
Yeah, Speed Up. Mark Hughes.
Gary Speed.
Mark Hughes. They
Yeah.
both started it, with the Welsh team.
There are others. Was Klinsmann managed Germany before he managed? Has he managed Germany?
Before he did Bayern.
Get back to you on that one. There are others.
Julian,
help us out.
would you like to talk?
Sorry. Yeah. There's a few guys, like what I said for Wales before. Klinsmann, of course, yeah. So
I was right.
it's quite rare, though. It's really rare.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
What's going to happen to the French referee, Julian? Surely 3 matches at least for violent conduct. Any other instances of refs going mad?
That mad I've never seen. Maybe other people in other countries, other leagues have seen it. For Tony Chaperon, I think for the rest of his life he's going to just watch football on television now.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be on like a... You must have Celebrity, Big Brother and things like that in France. He'd go on that, Jules, wouldn't
That's
he?
a good show.
That's what he'll end up doing.
Yeah, probably, yeah. You know what? I would send him to the jungle and just leave him there.
Oh, you really don't like him?
No. You know what? If a player had done that to a referee, we would be like trying to kick a referee like that. We would be like, oh, but this is... So he deserves the same. There's no difference. You know, he can't do something like that.
Harsh.
You hate referees. Hey? Julian hates referees.
Can you see
You know
Antonio?
when you were
The
rolling
French
in?
referees are pretty
You know
bad.
when you were rolling in with the missus?
Aye.
Was there a guy sat up in the blowing a whistle? Saying, out the water!
That's a big whistle, by the way.
Can you see Antonio Conte go to Real Madrid next season?
No.
We're saying Real Madrid just should go all out to get Pochettino. That makes sense, doesn't it?
I don't see Conte's style fitting with how they want to play, to be honest. By the way, is the world running out of managers or what?
There's not many choices, is there?
Seriously?
Not many.
No.
Get Pochettino, get Harry Kane, bish bash posh. Perfect. Well, Real Madrid.
Is the wife been back in the water since then?
Aye.
I have got it in good...
Yes.
We can't confirm, though, he does go in the water. He does go in swimming pools.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Well, didn't you see him slip on a diving board once?
Yes. He took a rather long run down the diving board and slipped.
Well, it was a competition to see who could jump the farthest.
Right. And you fell
And I was trying too hard and I slipped.
And he hurt his toe.
And I came on and gave it the old kid on. Absolutely killing me.
There we go. Go and watch Jaws tonight now, Stevie.
I could hear that tune again.
So don't let that face fool you. It's Craig Burley's favorite time of the day to tackle the player power rankings according to ESPNFC.com. Craig, let's start off with the first half. Our favorite name, Bas Dost, made it in the first half. Love seeing it.
Next Bond. He's got to be the next Bond.
I agree. But Luis Suarez topic.
Obviously, editorial were Barcelona heavy this weekend. Good as it was, and that record at Real Sociedad is not good, and you know they were heavily involved, obviously, in the goals and the assists, and Luis Suarez with a wonderful goal. But Mo Salah on fire again, and against a team that are one of the favourites for the Champions League in Man City. 2 goals and an assist, another sterling performance. His stats are going out through the roof. Surely he had to be at the top. Stop putting the Barcelona people at the top. Mo Salah had another good weekend. Real Madrid are missing James Rodriguez.
Yes,
Bayern Munich is doing great. He looks fitter. An assist and then a wonderful free kick from just outside the box, clipped over the top.
On this side now, Harry Kane gonna Harry Kane. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, you made the case for Mo Salah, so should he be a bit over again, scoring against Man City?
Well, Doss got a hat-trick, and these... What I would say about Oxlade-Chamberlain...
Opposition.
A great fillip for his confidence. His best game so far from Liverpool, at Liverpool. Got them off to a great start. I thought he was superb in there. Harry Kane's broken the goal-scoring record at Tottenham in terms of the Premier League, I believe. And he's done it in such fewer games and some really big names. And, of course, he was on hand at the weekend again. Villarreal just added to Real Madrid's woes.
Ooh, yes.
Goalkeeper had to make a lot of saves. We've got a goalkeeper in here. Goodness me, had to make a lot of saves. But Villarreal were a threat going forward, and Real Madrid are vulnerable. A hat-trick here for longer, but it was against Las Palmas, the bottom of the league. The bottom of the league, but I suppose it is a hat-trick. We mentioned Oxlade-Chamberlain, superb. Timo Werner, a goal and assist for Leipzig, who are still going well in Germany. Good little player. We'll probably see him in Russia for Germany as a squad player in there. Yeah, so not bad. Not bad. There might be some that are left out. I don't know. Have a moan up. Get in touch with us, not me, her. Leave me out of it. If you're not happy any of your players or your favourites are not in, get in touch.
Bothered.
Feel free. But it's nothing to do with me. It's all her fault.
It's not even my fault. I didn't make this list. But we do love breaking it down, don't we, Craig?
No.
All right. Thanks so much to Craig Burley. You can see the full list and probably reasons why these guys are number one on ESPNFC.com.
Weekend in the Premier League, and I know what you're all thinking. Oh, I wonder what the best team is of the week.
I wasn't.
Here it is, in all its glory. Mariner, Nicol and Marcotti come together, and this is it. Stevie, did everyone make it?
No.
No.
I actually had 3-5-2. I had Vertonghen, Evans, and I had Maguire from Leicester.
Yeah.
I had 5 in the middle. I had Son on the left. I had Arnautovic on the right. We can switch them over.
Okay.
I had Lanzini, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Noble.
Right.
And I had Kane and Wilson from Bournemouth up front.
Oh, there you go.
Klopp's an easy one.
Did you have Fabianski in goal?
Yes, I had Fabianski in goal.
Gab, what's your team of the weekend like?
I think I showed a little more love to Liverpool players than Stevie did, because I had Oxlade-Chamberlain in there.
Yep.
I had Jurgen Klopp as manager, obviously,
Right. No.
even though he didn't go out and talk about how poor they were defensively after the game.
Are you changing them?
No left back stood out for me, and I wasn't gonna cheat by playing a back three and putting a winger over on the left hand
You're a
side.
cheat, Steve. Yep.
Well, part of it. By
did-
the way, hold on. So you're throwing Robertson in, part of a back four that lost 3 goals. And don't say,
Goodness.
don't say none of them were down to him. Well, regardless, which some of them he could have done better. But as a unit, when you lose 3 goals as the defence, you take some of the blame because you're part of it all. All right? That's easy way
You
out.
attack and defend
three.
with 11 men. Isn't that what you managers always say? Everybody's responsible.
Well, Liverpool defended with 6, by the way. The front 3, the middle 3, and the four behind them forgot all about it.
Right, so wait, how's that 6?
The front 3 and the middle 3, 6.
Right. You said they defended with 6.
So it's not their
Correct.
fault.
Right.
Because the back 4 and the goalkeeper let 3 goals in. So how good were they?
I have no idea where this is going.
Well, you asked the question.
How did they defend with 6?
Because the other 5 were not defending, were they?
But
They
so
lost 3 goals.
So what were the midfield? So the defenders were the midfield
front
and the
3 and the middle 3 is 6.
Yeah. So.